The A's collection of 13 hits today was spread up and down the lineup. 8 of the 9 starters got in the hit column, and the only exception was Marco Scudero, whose 12-game hitting streak came to an end. Jermaine Dye and Eric Karros each producing today. Karros 2 hits, an RBI, another line drive that was caught, and Jermaine Dye had 3 hits for the afternoon. Chavez provided the big power at the outset, and the A's never really looked back. It came very quickly on Moyer when Kotze opened the game with a double down the right field line. Burns singled the right field, moved Kotze to third, and then it was Chavez's turn. Bloomquist over at first against the bag. Here's the pitch now. There's a swing and a long drive hit high and deep to right center field. That's got a lot of carry. How much? Jumping Ichiro. Does he make the catch? No, he does not. It's gone for a 3-run home run. Ichiro going back to right center field, capable of making acrobatic catches, rose high, but the ball cleared his glove, and Chavez has his 3rd homer of the year, and the A's a 3-run lead in the first inning.
So much for trying to hit the outside pitch to the opposite field. He took the outside pitch and hooked it.
How do you do that?
He's strong, and he's very good, and that's why the A's are happy to sign him for long term.
Moyer seemed to steady briefly at 6 consecutive outs going into the 3rd inning and got an out on Eric Burns' pop-up, but then he walked Chavez. After striking out Dye, it looked like he was going to be out unscathed, but Eric Karros delivered his first hit of the afternoon, a single to left. He had been robbed on a Spezio catch in a bid for a base hit in the first. And Durazo, who got into the RBI column for the first time this year last night, was up next.
A's looking for more. They lead 3-0. This is lefty against lefty with Durazo. And he hits a line drive to right field, and it's going to fall for a base hit. Chavez around third. Here's the throw by Ichiro, and the slide to tag, and he is safe at the plate as the ball gets away from Dan Wilson. And over to third goes Karras. Durazo holds at first, and the A's take a 4-0 lead.
That was all they got out of that inning, and the Mariners, meantime, were shut out for the first 3, but the play I think it was worth noting at the end of the 3rd inning in the bottom half with 2 out and nobody on. Eric Burns giving Mulder a little lift with the glove against Edgar Martinez.
Now the 1-0 pitch to Martinez is hit high and deep to left field. Burns going back. He's at the track, at the wall, leaping and makes the catch. Kind of a mini leap in deep left center field by Eric Burns, retiring Martinez as the Mariners go down 1-2-3. And after 3, still 4-0 Athletics.
But it looked like the Mariners could claw their way back into the game, particularly after Spezio and Ibanez single to start the 4th inning. And a walk to Aurelia, the first of 3 Mulder walks this afternoon, set up a bases-loaded situation. But Mulder did his best job of defusing that one, even though the Mariners made a little bit of headway, as a sacrifice fly by Dan Wilson got 1 run home, and then Hobert Cabrera, who started at second base today, hit an infield out with the infield back, and that got the other run home. As it turned out, there would be no more runs today for the Seattle Mariners, but there wouldn't be a lack of offense for the A's or some thrills provided by the A's glove work. The A's got one of those runs back in the 5th inning when Moyer, nearing the end of the line, in fact, he actually threw 99 pitches when he left after 4 1/3. He walked Chavez to start the inning. Shabby walked 3 times today. Guy single in the 3rd, and Karras, who seemed to be seeing the ball pretty well against Moyer, had his shot. Moyer's pitch. Swing, and there's a drive to left center field. He got under it a little bit off the end of the bat. Charging. Ibanez makes the catch. Comes up throwing, tagging up, racing to the plate, and scoring standing up is Chavez. And the A's lead now goes to 5-2. So Karras gets the fly ball deep enough to score the run, and Dye remains at first. And this was the kind of day, if anybody hit the ball hard off Mulder, he had a good chance of getting big support from his defense. Witness Wynn at the plate in the 5th inning, 1 out. The pitch by Mulder, line, and Chavez makes an amazing pick. Short hop, throw to first for the out. Holy Toledo. That's like trying to feel a blur.
Incredible play. And he's 90 feet away. Scudero at least was a little bit deeper on Ichiro's hard shot.
That was lethal.
It was. I didn't even see the ball take off. I'm surprised the third base umpire was able to call that Xavi didn't catch it in the air.
You think I was guessing? Saw it all the way.
Yeah.
Well, Mulder was certainly happy to have that kind of defense. Mulder in the 6th inning walked a couple more batters, and that's when the bullpen started to work. He had 1 out at the time, but a base running mistake helped him out of the situation. Dan Wilson lined out to short, and Ibanez, who was the runner at second, did not wait for the ball to go through or not, and was doubled up at second base. And that was the last pitch that Mulder made today. The bullpen, Hammond and Bradford would take the final 3 innings, giving up just a couple of base hits to the Mariners. But the A's had an add-on mode going today. A double by Kara started off the 7th inning. That was a sun ball lost by Wynn in deep center field, but he was still out there at second with 2 out. Damian Miller batting.
And the 3-2 is swung on, line to center, seeking for a base hit. Karras around third, and Wynn bobbles the ball, and so Karras will score easily on a single to center by Damian Miller, and the A's lead by 4. It is 6-2. And Wynn would have had a shot.
And just for good measure, to put your boot on the neck of the opposition, they went to work with Burns getting his second hit of the game in the 8th inning. With 1 out, Jermaine Dye at the plate, with Burns having stole second base, took advantage of that.
Now Valone ready. And the lefty's 1-1 pitch on the way. Is lined to center, base hit. Burns had to wait. Now goes to third. They're going to wave him. Here's the throw by Randy Wynn. Going to be close. And the dive hit first. Safe at the plate is Burns on a single by Dye. And the A's have a 7-2 lead. And classic Eric Burns.
He had to hold up because it was a line drive. Did not know if Cabrera was going to catch the ball. And Ron Washington started waving him as Dan Wilson jumped for the ball. Head first slide right under the jump of Wilson, and Burns, he's safe.
He made, I think, a mid-air adjustment in his dive to the plate because Wilson was trying to block the plate, and somehow Burns kind of veered around him, diving his way, then belly flopping on top of the plate as the A's have a 5-run lead. Dye gets the RBI, his 18th of the campaign, and it is 7-2, and Dye has 3 hits today.
And that was at the expense of Ron Valone. With 2 out in the inning, Durazo singled, and the inning stayed alive for Scudero to get one more chance, perhaps to extend the hitting streak to 13 games.
2-0 pitch. Here it is. Swung on, bounce to the right side. Backhand bobble by Bloomquist. Everybody's going to be safe. Now Dye is around third. Here's a throw by Cabrera, the slide, and he's safe at the plate. And the A's take a 6-run lead, 8-2. See how they score that. It dribbled to the right of the first baseman Bloomquist. The ball hit between first and second. He tried to backhand the ball, and it played off his glove. An alert base running by Jermaine Dye and base coaching by Washington as Dye scores from second. E3. So it's an E3. That could have gone either way, I think.
But Chavez still had one more little piece of icing on the cake in the bottom half of the 8th inning. Edgar Martinez had doubled with 1 out, and Spezio was the hitter.
The 0-1 pitch is lined, and a great play at third by Chavez. Flip back to second for a double play. Hand him the Gold Glove right now. A leaping play, kind of a snow cone. Great reactions by Chavez on a shot hit by Spezio, and then the flip over to second to Menachino as they double off Edgar Martinez. And that double play ends the bottom of the 8th. After 8, A's 8, Seattle 2.
And that's what it ended up here this afternoon. Time to announce our Cold Stone Creamery play.